Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome to the SL Podcast World News. My name is Goddess Empress Amin Ra, your morning anchor, and I'm here today with my co-anchor,
DJ Almighty Amin Ra.
Good morning, Almighty.
Good morning, Empress.
How you feeling today?
I'm great. How about yourself?
I'm good, thank you. So what do we have first in news today?
Mark Robinson is in the news today. Top staffers of North Carolina Lieutenant Governor Mark Robinson resigned admitted Black Nazi porn message board scandal. Interesting.
Yes, it is. In Raleigh, North Carolina, several top staffers in North Carolina Republican Lieutenant Governor Mark Robinson campaign for governor quits their posts, marking more fallout from the CNN report outlining evidence that he made disturbing posts on a pornography website message board more than a decade ago. The campaign said in a news release Sunday that senior advisor Conrad Pogorzelski III, campaign manager Chris Rodriguez, and the campaign finance director and the deputy of campaign manager have stepped down from their roles with the campaign. Information on new campaigning staffers will be forthcoming soon. Mark said in a release, "I appreciate the efforts of these team members who have made their difficult choice to step away from the campaign, and I wish them well in their future endeavors," Robinson said in the release. Pogorzelski helped Robinson get elected lieutenant governor in 2020 in his first bid for the public office, and later became his chief of staff. Said separately Sunday that additional staffers also left the campaign: the deputy finance director, two political directors, and a director of operations. Pogorzelski in a text said he, along with others from the campaign, have left on their own accord. The CNN report Thursday unearthed past posts. It said Robinson left on a porn site message board in which he referred to himself as a black Nazi. He said that he enjoyed transgender pornography. Others from the campaign said in 2020, on their own accord. In 2012, the CNN report Thursday unearthed to then President Barack Obama. It said Robinson slammed the late Reverend Martin Luther King Jr., in which he referred to himself as a black Nazi. Robinson denied writing the post that he enjoyed and said Thursday he wouldn't be forced out of the race by salacious tabloid lines. He avoided directly discussing controversy during the Uber National campaign slammed the late Reverend Martin Luther King at a race in which he referred to himself as a black Nazi. It happened after former President Donald Trump posted and said Thursday Robinson at a rally about 90 miles away tabloid lines. He avoided directly discussing controversy before Saturday, Robinson had national frequent campaign president at Saturday Martin, a frequent president as North Carolina campaign. The event happened after former presidential nominee Donald Trump long praised Robinson, who would be North Carolina's Thursday, calling him Martin Luther King on steroids for his speaking style. Now let me say, Almighty, you know you're working on bad if President Donald Trump is distancing him. If President Donald Trump, the most uncouth president out there, is distancing himself away from you, then clearly this is not going to bid well for you at all, Mr. Robinson.
Well, I mean, that'll be the right thing to do, but I'm quite sure when he was hanging out with Donald in the pack of his Klansmen, he wasn't distancing himself then. I'm just saying.
Okay, this may sound
out of the race about
90 really be a black Nazi.
Well,
is there even a such thing as a
black
Nazi?
That'll be the right thing to do. There was a few soldiers back in World War I that was part of the army.
Uncouth president out there is distancing himself away from you. Then clearly this is not going to be well for you. What's your opinion on this situation, Mr. Robinson?
Well, Mr. Robinson, that'll be the right thing to do, but I'm quite sure when he was hanging out with Donald in the pack of his Klansmen, Trump, he wasn't distancing himself then.
Well,
I'm just saying.
apparently Trump is distancing himself away from him. So
this may sound
I mean,
at
at a rather
race
about 99
in
a black this campaign
Well,
all over the world, and
I mean,
now he's
that'll be the right thing
no
to
longer
do.
even
There
mentioning
was a
him,
few
so
soldiers
that
back in
speaks
World
volumes to
War
me.
One that was
Controversial.
volumes
Before Saturday,
when the pot is hot,
president out
but
there
they was kind
is
of forced out
distancing
to take it
himself
out the
away
aisle.
from you. Then clearly this is not
Right.
going to be well for you
opinion
at all.
on
All
the
right, so
situation, Mr. Robinson?
before we get started, before we go into the next bit of news, we're going to go ahead and have announcements. Let's see here. And announcements today, of course, SL Podcast World News is still hiring for live field reporters. Our live field reporters will be responsible for going out on the grid to capture live events, conduct interviews with SL entrepreneurs, and report back to the anchor management team. The right candidate must possess a great personality, must have their own live stream, and must have a working knowledge of the OBS software. Those interested can contact me, Jason's Lyric Resident, for more information. If you guys have any topics or stories you want to see on the SL podcast World News, you can email me at slpodcastworldnews@gmail.com. We're also located in the Owl Sim. Also, in announcements today, we have that SL Podcast World News is now offering services for event advertisement, commercials, and SL entrepreneur interviews. Pricing for these services can be found at the front desk at the station located in the Owl Sim, or you can contact myself, Jason Lyric Resident, for more information. Now back to the news. All right, Almighty, what do we have next in world news?
Next in world news is a mass shooting in Alabama left 4 dead, over a dozen injured. May have been a murder for hire jobs, cop says.
Oh my God, that is crazy. Looks like the mass shooting outside of a popular Alabama bar that left 4 dead and more than a dozen others injured may have been a murder for hire hit job, cops said, as the manhunt for the gunman intensifies. Authorities believe that the shooting that erupted at a popular hookah bar in Birmingham, busy 5 Points South Entertainment District late Saturday was a targeted hit after multiple shooters were spotted jumping out of vehicles, opening fire, and then fleeing. We believe that there was a hit, if you will, on that particular person, Birmingham Police Chief Scott Thurman said. 3 of the victims, Anitra Holloman, 21, Taj Booker, 27, and Carlos McCain, 27, were pronounced unalive at the scene after they were found on a sidewalk with gunshot wounds. Also, the 4th victim, who police haven't named publicly pending identification, was pronounced unalive at the hospital later. Now, it wasn't immediately clear which victim was the apparent intended target, but by the early hours of Sundays, scores of victims began showing up at various hospitals, and police subsequently identified 17 people with injuries, some of them life-threatening, from the shooting. Meanwhile, police said about 100 shell casings had been recovered from the scene. Investigators are still trying to determine what weapons were used, but they believe some of the gunfire was fully automatic. Authorities are also working to nail down whether anyone fired back, creating a crossfire. Birmingham Mayor Randall Wolfen said the main focus was on tracking down the suspects. The priority to find these shooters and get them off our streets, Wolfen said a day after the shooting. Now, I watched a post this morning about this particular incident, and they are now actually offering a $50,000 reward for anybody who's willing to come forward about this shooting, and you will remain completely anonymous. So you don't have to worry about going to court. You don't have to worry about any of that. You will remain completely 100% anonymous. So for our Alabama viewers that's watching the podcast, if you have any information about this shooting, you can contact the FBI, and I will link that information down in the description below, and you don't have to worry about you don't have to worry about your identity being posted. It's going to be completely anonymous, and there's a $50,000 reward. They really want to nail the person that did this hit, because this is a lot of people. This was a mass shooting. Like 24 people got shot in all, and 4 people died. So, anybody have information?
Well, I'm so sick and tired of hearing about these mass shootings. And I think Alabama and Texas and some other states, open carry states. I don't know why they passed these laws. I'm a gun holder myself, but I think Alabama, you can have a gun without a license.
Mm-hmm. Open carry.
Carrying it, yeah, open carry, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They be carrying them things all around. I think it's just a thing to just make everybody kill each other.
Wow. Well, I do think that they need to get better with who they allow to purchase weapons, and they need to crack down on doing better. What's the word I'm looking for? Background checks. They need to do better background checks on the people they are allowing to buy weapons. But like you said, with an open carry law where anybody can carry a gun now, it really does no good to even have all the other things in play, like background checks and stuff, because you're allowing anybody to carry a weapon at this point.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a ruse. I mean, they've been trying to make us kill each other for years. Look what happened to the Big C. People was dying left and right. So, I don't know. I digress.
Do better, people. If you have, for those of you who do carry a weapon, make better decisions. When you're thinking about going out doing something stupid like a mass shooting, think about all the people that's going to be hurt in the process. Think about the innocent lives that are going to be taken. So, and that's not for everybody. That's for those, I'm speaking to those out there that I'm sure watching this podcast that should not probably be carrying a weapon. Not everybody is hinged enough to have a gun. So, with that being said, what do we have next in news, Almighty?
Well, we have entertainment today. Nicole Kidman, 57, speaks Oscar buzz with a kinky flick showing masturbation sex scene with a young co-star that left her rigid.
Oh my God.
57,
Oh my
Nicole
God.
Kidman.
Forget Eyes Wide Shut. This is Nicole Kidman's kinkiest movie yet. The 57-year-old actress, who recently revealed she feels sexier than ever, is earning rave reviews from her raunchy role in the upcoming erotic thriller Baby Girl. The film, slated for a release on Christmas Day, sees Kidman playing a high-powered New York business executive who starts a torrid affair with her young intern, played by Harris Dickinson, age 28. Kidman, who won an Oscar back in 2003 for her role in The Hours, is already sparking award season buzz for her frisky flick, which features several graphic sex and masturbation scenes. Okay, Nicole. Let's see. Baby Girl received rave reviews at the recent Venice Film Festival in 2024 and a 4-star review from The Post. Last month, Kidman told Vanity Fair that shooting the movie's erotic scene left her ragged. Oh, wow. I mean, they must have been putting in some work in those scenes. There's something in me going, okay, this was what Nicole had to say. There's something in me going, okay, this was made for the big screen and to be seen with people. I'm not sure I have that much bravery, she confessed to the outlet. I've made some films that are pretty exposing, but not like this, she explained about the confronting experience. I've never came out of it, really, Kidman said about filming the sex scenes. It left me ragged. But Kidman, who is married to singer Keith Urban and shares daughters Sunday 16 and Faith 13, did have the film director Helena Rain to help her through the tough moments. Okay. What do you think, Almighty?
Well, Mr. Dickinson must have been packing some major dick to have her all flustered like that. I don't know.
Let me ask a question. A lot of these movies, how many of these movies do you actually think the sex is real in it?
Oh, there's been said there's been a few of them out there. Not many, but there's a few.
Yeah, like Monsters Ball with Slutty Halle Berry and that
Wow.
dingbat. Okay, fine. You know I'm very partial when it comes to this particular movie. And was it Monsters? Is it called Monsters Ball?
Yeah, it's Monsters Ball.
Yeah, with Halle Berry and Angelina's ex. What's his name?
I can't remember his name.
Because that's how much of
Relevance
I,
he is.
that's how much of a non-factor he is. I mean, don't get me wrong. I felt like he was I felt like he was an okay actor. I never saw him as being this great actor, and I was even more pissed when I found out that Halle Berry actually did have sex with him in this movie, and she only got paid like what was it?
Allegedly.
Allegedly, you're right, allegedly. But we saw the porn video on Pornhub, so like, there's no alleged in it. And I was pissed to find out that she only made like what $5,000, and he made millions off the movie. Like I was really, it really gave me a bad taste in my mouth with Halle Berry. I haven't really cared for her since then. So, what is his name?
Well, so it would have made a difference if it was a Matt Damon or somebody like that.
It didn't really matter the fact that it was whether it would have been Matt Damon or not. Halle Berry was the first woman of color to really get a start out there, and people looked up to Halle Berry. Black women of color looked up to Halle Berry as being that, you know how it's like kind of like how Denzel, people don't expect Denzel to do crazy shit because, you know, this is Denzel. Halle Berry is one of the first women of color to really get a start, to get her foot out there and in the big time. So her doing this raunchy scene with his name was on the tip of my tongue. What is his name?
Was it Billy Bob Thornton?
Billy Bob Thornton. That is
Billy
his name. And for her to do this raunchy scene with Billy Bob Thornton, kind of it brought her down some notches. And then, like I say, to find out that the scene was actually real, and her being an A-list, no, it was, you saw the video. I know alleged in it. Well, we don't say allegedly because we're supposed to say allegedly. But if you saw the video on Pornhub, you know that this video is real. So
I don't know. You could barely see it, but
you saw it. You saw it going in and out. This was real. Okay? So this is not allegedly. She actually slept with this man on camera. Okay? So my thing of it is the fact that she did do it, and then she got, like, this is an A-list celebrity at the time. She only got $5,000 for this role, and this man made millions. I don't know. I just kind of feel some kind of way about that.
Well, you know what? Just like you did me a few segments back, where's your paperwork on that money exchange?
Oh, I could definitely pull the screenshots of how much they made. Would you like me to do that? I can do that.
Sure, why not? I hope you got your shit together.
You know what? You called me out at a moment where it's going to be a little tidy. But I tell you what, we will come back in the next episode and we will update this story. But let's not get so far caught off on Halle Berry. We could just make Halle Berry's story a whole little another segment. But let's talk about Nicole Kidman. What do you think about her and her raunchy scene?
I didn't know she was still at 57, you know. I didn't know she was still pleasuring herself like that.
I don't think she was the one doing the pleasuring. I think this young man, Mr. Dickinson, was might have been providing those pleasures.
Oh, I misunderstood that. I thought she was, you know, pleasuring herself watching the film. That's what she was telling me about. Okay.
I'm not really sure if she did some pleasuring or he did all the pleasuring. It doesn't really say. I guess you'll have to watch the film. It comes out Christmas Day, I'm definitely gonna take a look at it because I want to see what the whole nostalgia is about this movie. So I'm gonna watch it. Baby Girl comes out December 25th. So those of you who want to watch the movie, by all means, take a look. Now we will have our events section of the news. We only have a few things for you guys today. Um, Seraphim announced about some hunts that's going on. We have the Annoying Hunt Collective that's going on that started on September the 9th and it's going to be going on through September 28th. So for those of you who have not had an opportunity to get over and get these hunts, get involved in these hunts, I will post the links in the description below to the sim where you guys can go and be a part of the Annoying Hunt Collective. Also, there is a HUD of Horrors September the 5th through November the 1st. So it already started, but you still got plenty of time to get over into the HUD of Horrors. Still of the Night 2 Grid Wide Hunt started September the 1st and it's going to be going up until September the 30th. So you still have time to get in on that. And then the Summer Hunt Glitzz, Domina Secrets, Blackstone started August 29th and it's going to be going for just 3 more days to September 26th. So you still have a little bit of time to get in on the summer hunt. So you guys get out, take advantage of that. Again, I will be posting these links. So for those of you who want to go and take advantage of the hunts, by all means, you can do that. Amada, is there anything else in events that you want to share?
Yes. One of our newest DJs, DJ Villain, it's gonna be at Club Luminous from 7 to 9. I'll probably come in around about 6 myself, and spin the tunes my damn self. Shit, SLT.
Okay, and what kind
hang out with me.
What kind of set is it?
I'm not sure what kind of set she's doing, but
I believe she said it's gonna be some kind of sexy set tonight. So you guys can come as sexy as you want to be. And it's going to be, again, from 7 to 9 SLT at Club Luminous. And I will leave the link to the club in the description box. Is there anything else that we need to share tonight?
Yes, make sure, fellas, y'all be there. There's going to be a lot of beautiful women out there. And ladies, don't scare them away. 'Cause they be acting like they be scared to talk to y'all.
Okay. Alright, is there anything else?
That'll be it for me.
Well, if not, as you guys know, we are always posting the most trending topics and keeping you up to date with the events going on in SL. Until next time, we will see you then. Good day, good evening, and good night.
Good night.
Good night.